Welcome to another episode of Core Recaps. I'm Legacy.
And I'm Max.
I'm Bobby.
Vitamin J.
All right. So, as you know, this is NFL recap. Let's get into it. Gentlemen, are we ready?
Yep.
So, we're going to start off with our good old classic, Kitten Corner. Take it away.
You love to see it. You love to see the Panthers suck and Baker suck at the same time, so you can hopefully get both of them out of here after this season. It's becoming a drinking game of trying to drink when Baker gets a pass batted, but you'll probably just end up dying of alcohol poisoning.
I mean, it's bad.
And they had a lead at half, and they only ran the ball, 2 or 3 times in the second half?
2 times,
Yes.
I believe.
2 times. The whole second half, and you had a lead. And we're just going to keep forcing passes from a quarterback who has been by far the worst quarterback in the league. Had a 7.4 QBR.
And you're not even exaggerating, Jake. You're being literal by most
He
measures.
is literally
the
the
worst.
worst quarterback.
Yeah. The stat was on target completion percentage, and he's dead last. QBR dead last. Completion percentage, he's near dead last. The only person worse than him, I think, is Justin Fields.
Yeah, completion percentage, Justin Fields right at 50.
And so he's
Got-
barely better than him, and is Justin Fields.
And then quarterbacks that actually started all 4 games on 1, 2, 3 worst passing yards. And Cooper Rush, who didn't even start 4 games, is only 10 yards behind Baker.
And
Didn't
so-
start the first game.
And now it's 4 weeks. Now people can stop with the excuses of, oh, Baker's just got to the team. He's learned his system, yada, yada. It's 4
This
games,
is
and
worse
every
than last
single
year.
game of his has been horrible.
You can't blame the O-line either, because the O-line's actually playing decent.
He is making fans want Sam Darnold back. That's how bad he is. They're like, oh, we're going to lose anyway with Sam Darnold, but at least we can probably see a pass get over the line without getting batted down.
Guys, you're not giving Baker credit. He is leading the NFL in a category.
What's that?
Batted passes.
Oh, yeah. It's the stuff
So
of legends,
Kyler has half of his. He has 6. You can't say enough about how bad Baker Mayfield has been.
I don't know what happened to Baker Mayfield's talent, because he had talent at one point in his life.
Just seems like now that was probably coaching and the offensive line and top talent they had over there carried him.
Yeah. Now, can I also say he also made the Cardinals' defense that second half look
Oh,
like
they look killer.
best in the league.
Oh, they look.
They looked amazing, and I'm like, no other team. There's no other team that they look this good. They look like they were the best in the league. Watching
So
it.
I believe that's now 18 or 19 games where the Panthers have now had the lead, and they only won like twice.
Yeah, and then of course the magical number is the team scored above 17. So, one in what was it?
26 now?
26, 1 in 26. Yeah, 1 in 26. When you allowed 17 or more.
That's historically bad. Do we even need to call it Ken Corner? It's just pathetic. I mean,
Well, that's why you called kittens. That's why you're not even
Yeah.
called cats.
Yeah.
it's like the Ken Walker shame. It's like the Ken Walker shame.
It's insulting the kittens at this point.
The Panthers have talented players. They got McCaffrey, Moore.
The defense is good too.
Burns,
The defense is good
Chan.
too. It's just
Sure.
the offense has always been bad, and it's saying something. Teddy Bridgewater was by far and large your best quarterback that you've had
in the Matt Rule era. Yep.
in the Matt Rule area.
How hard is it to score points when you got all this talent? Apparently, it is extremely difficult.
But when your quarterback's 3 feet tall, it's gonna be an issue. And Sharp had me dying. He was going in on how bad Baker was. He was like, "Oh, I thought Baker was working at a restaurant." He kept asking for tips.
At some point, it's not. It's only his fault. I mean, like I said, the O line's playing better, especially after the week 1.
Batted balls are solely pretty much his fault. You can't really blame
Because he's
coach.
staring down receivers.
Yeah.
And he's panicking. Like, if you watch him, the way he dances around, he's absolutely panicked.
Now, somehow, I don't know how Pro Football Focus grades it, but Baker Mayfield was not on the list of bottom 5 offensive players for
Look.
the Panthers.
That's impossible.
PFF grades mean
There is no universe where Baker's not easily the worst player of that game for the Panthers.
Him and Rashad Higgins helped really contribute to that.
Yeah, Higgins had the fumble on the carry,
Handoff.
the handoff. Yeah, because it hit him right in the chest. I don't know, but
And the end of the Panthers' winning streak against the Cardinals. That's another thing Matt Rule's not good at. The sooner. Actually, you know what? Keep Matt Rule for the whole year. Hopefully, you get the first pick and you fire him.
yeah, no, you gotta keep Matt Rule. We gotta get the number 1 pick. Get Get Stroud,
and
get Stroud,
Brown.
get Stroud, and then you got something. Maybe get a new earner.
Then Panthers fan will actually finally be excited for a season.
The next 3 games: San Francisco, Rams, and Tampa Bay. They're gonna be 1-7.
Oh yeah. Well, and you talk about batted balls. Like, good luck when you have good luck versus Aaron Donald.
I know.
There.
Joey Bosa next week, Aaron Donald the week after that, and then all of Tampa Bay's defense.
Yeah, I mean, you mean Nick Bosa.
I'm sorry, Nick Bosa.
The Bucks defense might pick Baker off like 5 times.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. And then after the Tampa Bay games, when we're gonna get some Darnold, get Darnold time.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Your boys,
please.
your
please.
boys,
Yeah,
your
wait.
boys coming
wait.
back, Philip.
Yeah, but let's wait till after Tampa Bay. Let's not throw him in that
Yeah,
fire
exactly.
yet.
That's what I'm saying. Like, wait till after Tampa Bay, get Baker, like 5-10 more picks, and
Mhm.
go at Darnold, and then Panthers fans will apologize for being so mean to him.
I
Mhm.
doubt that.
They're like, you're trash, but you're not Baker trash. So we're sorry.
Yep. All right.
No,
So Thursday night, Tua. Let's talk about the big thing, even though everybody's talked about it. Tua and that injury.
I hate to say we were right, but I think we even mentioned that he may get hurt if he plays this next game.
We did.
Look, I
Yeah.
don't care what the Dolphins say. That's not a back injury. It's not an ankle injury. He may have a hurt back and a hurt
Yeah.
ankle. But I tell you what also hurt. He got hurt last game. He had a concussion too, okay?
There's a reason
I
that
don't
doctor
care
got
what you
fired.
say.
There's a reason he got fired.
Then this game I was like 4 days after that hit. So after he had a hit so bad that he got up, shook his head, and then fell back down and had to be pretty much carried out the field by the lineman. You tell me he's
And
okay to
never-
play
Yep.
in the
And
Thursday
never
night
once
game?
reached for his back or ankle.
We're just trying to
Yeah.
turn this poor man's brain into jelly.
They better not play him for I would say at least a month.
They're
I
gonna
think,
they're
yeah,
gonna sit
at
him.
least
They're
a
gonna
month.
sit him one game and then try. They're gonna try to try them out.
Mhm.
If they do that, NFL, you need to calm down with everything, and with them of like you need to strip picks. I don't even know what you have to do, but there's no way. There's a point, NFL, you need to protect this man from the Dolphins because I also heard doctors say it's even worse. It's not like he got 2 concussions. It's even worse. He got another one, 2 in like a 4-day span. That's even worse. That's like having 5 concussions because your brain's even worse situation. So you need to sit this man for like.
Yeah.
And then they said he should be gone for 6 weeks. Is what several doctors have said. He should be gone 6 weeks to 6 to 8 weeks at least.
There's been players that have had this and never came back.
Oh yeah.
And also on the Bengals side of it, I mean,
Looking a lot better.
they're looking better, but still not getting the feeling that the hitting on all cylinders.
Well, they started slow last year too.
Yeah, they did.
So maybe they're the slow starters.
True. It might be that. Their offense is looking like it's clicking a little bit more.
They were 5-2 at one point.
No, I meant their offense. The
Oh
offense
yeah,
is
the
looking like
offense, yeah.
offensively they were not explosive till later on. It took Joe
Yeah,
Burrow a
it was
little-
about week 6 before they started. Yeah, they started blowing up week 6.
And yeah, Jamar Chase hasn't really got going yet.
They give it time. The run game has been awful for the Bengals right now. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
Joe
they-
Mixon's averaging 2.7 yards a carry.
pretty good.
Yeah. Let's move on to the
That's what-
London game: Vikings versus Saints. I don't know. There's too much to take from this.
Saints can never
I
beat
mean-
the Vikings. Is basically what it comes down to.
I feel like we hate London because we always give them like mid-tier to bottom-tier teams. No, who's excited to see Kirk Cousins?
True.
I mean, look, he beat Andy Dalton.
I'm glad they sat Jameis so I could get a buffer for my prediction to pan out.
Yeah.
I needed that.
I would say Dalton didn't look too bad. I thought he
Yeah,
looked
that-
better than Jameis. had.
Yeah, honestly,
Oh, yeah.
give him a few more starts, then you could put Jameis back in. So that way, I could get a good size buffer.
He's definitely one of the best backups in the league. All the experience he has as a starter.
Can we also say that the Vikings they really do like? I think somebody said it last week, but once again they play to the level of their competition
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
even with all those injuries, they still kind of struggled.
Yeah. Yep. Kamara didn't play. James Winston didn't play. Michael Thomas didn't play. And they still a 28-25 game.
Took a double doink.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
I mean, their defense at points, it looked like the Saints could move the ball when they needed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, another takeaway. Saints are a bad team this year. The Vikings
Well, a
look like
lot of
they're
people, including me,
I thought
said
they,
they're going to the
yeah,
playoffs.
I thought they were a playoff team as well.
I did not because I don't think Dennis Allen's a good coach.
I told you all. I did not believe in them because I felt Sean Payton leaving was going to be a bigger hit than everybody gave it credit for. But we were underestimating Sean Payton's coaching.
All right, let's move on to another game. Falcons beating the Browns.
Oh, does Marcus Mariota not realize he has one of the better young talents at tight end? Does he not realize he has Kyle Pitts?
Why do you care
Yeah.
about Kyle Pitts so much, Bobby?
He's on my fantasy team for starters. It is borderline criminal his lack of targeting of Kyle Pitts. 10 catches, 150 yards in 4 games. I'm disgusted. I'm angry. Not happy. I'll tell you that much.
You gotta
Yeah,
be kicking
man's hurt.
yourself if you're a Browns fan going listen to the Falcons because you certainly expected to be 3-1. What started off as a promising start, now not so much.
Yeah, well, partly that is because Jacoby Brissett didn't play that well, and I didn't think
Yeah.
he was that
Jacoby
good,
Brissett is now playing as Jacoby Brissett.
right?
Not uber efficient
I'm
quarterback.
looking at the Browns schedule coming up, and it looks pretty tough. Actually, really tough. Besides one game, they got Chargers, and then Patriots. They can probably beat.
Yeah, especially with third string quarterback playing.
I mean, I don't know.
I can still see them losing that
Granted, they
game.
did take the
I know,
Packers
I
to the
know.
limit.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a good one.
Ravens,
Yeah,
Bengals.
Dude,
Bengals,
bruh,
Dolphins,
this is
Bills,
brutal.
Bucks.
I can see them losing all these games.
They could potentially lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or so games in a row.
I do hope they lose all those games.
They really needed to pick up this win, and ideally pick up the Jets win too. 'cause
Yeah,
they're
they
staring at
should. They
4-0.
should have been 4-0.
And those
They
and
really
the
should.
AFC, those are going to matter.
I mean, I know they didn't have Miles Garrett, but that's still no excuse for losing to the Falcons.
There's no circumstance where
Yeah.
you should lose to the Falcons.
Actually, Marcus Mariota was 7 for 19.
Yeah, he was bad.
Yeah.
He's
But they've won 2 in a row, so you know.
Yeah, that run game he kept coming. Huntley.
Yeah, even with Cordero passing, the running game still looked pretty good. All right, next game we got is Cowboys beating the Commanders 25-10.
This is looking bad now.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
Russ doesn't put
it's
together,
unfortunate.
if he doesn't put together fast, he's probably gonna get benched.
Yeah, it's gonna be Sam Howell time. Like 1 or 2 more really bad games like this. Yeah, it's gonna be time.
I mean, he started off really good, and then the last
I
2
think-
games.
Well, I think if he has a good game this week, he'll stop the bleeding.
Not even
Titans.
like a good game, just like a game with no turnovers. Honestly,
Yeah, I will say, and now he still should play better than what he's doing because he's been playing terrible. But I would say he has played 2 of the top 5 defenses so far back to back.
yeah. I mean, let's see,
Yeah.
who they play next. I mean, this would be really.
Titans.
Play the Titans.
Okay. Well, Titans team's okay, but yeah, it really depends.
Yeah, maybe Cooper Rush should remain the starter in Dallas.
People are starting that already. It's way too early for that.
I think so. Quarterback controversy?
Nah, you're paying Dak, so you need to.
I'm
keep
not.
that
I said I'm
going.
not benching a $40 million quarterback for Cooper Rush.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. But he might be Brady in the coming.
I will say he's earned himself a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Showing at least a good back.
Yeah, and that's Chase Daniel. He can make a lot of money.
But look, he'll be a valuable backup. You know, could probably start a couple games, not be terrible.
And then again, when you have this defense, I mean, it's going to keep you in every single game because that defense has been tremendous this year. There's no fall off from last year whatsoever.
Oh, not at all.
Next one here is a quarterback duel between 2 quarterbacks that we don't typically think as being any good. Seahawks beating the Lions 48-45. I got to tell you, the way Geno Smith and Jared Goff are playing, they might be earning themselves an extension with both their teams. if they keep
Yeah,
it up.
like if you're a Detroit fan, getting Goff at first, you're like not excited at all because he was kind of mid. But this year, he's playing pretty
You know,
good.
in his first year with the team, he wasn't very good. So but
Yeah,
this
yeah.
year, I mean, I think he's tied for the league in touchdown passes.
Detroit offense looks great, but their
I
defense.
don't I don't know how Geno's. I mean, I gotta give him credit.
It's just saying every game so far this year for him, he's been above. The lowest completion percentage is 72.7.
Wow.
Hey,
That's his lowest.
hey. They tried to write him off, but he didn't write back. He didn't write back.
Now, some of his
You're right.
problems was self-inflicted because he did have that was it domestic violence? I can't remember if it was DUI or domestic violence. We had the issue.
Well, not only that, Jacob, his performance was terrible.
Yeah. No, like his first 2 Jet years were bad. But yeah, no, he's turning
Yeah.
around. He's doing a great job. And he honestly, in his starts last year, he was fine too. But I mean, obviously, he wasn't like
Yeah.
letting the world on fire like this time. He's figured it out. He's figured out how to at least for the rest of his career, be a very well paid backup.
Even let's just say he has 4 years like this, right? That'd be one of the greatest career turnarounds I think I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Like, dude, can you imagine if he throws like 30 touchdowns?
It'd be crazy. But another takeaway of this game is that I think the Lions, I think I said last week, were the best 1 and 2 team I've seen. This might be one of the best 1 and 3 teams I've seen. The only thing that's stopping them is their defense. Number 1 scoring offense. I think number 32 scoring defense.
Yeah, and they've lost all their games, but like 2 games by 3 and 1 game by 4, I think.
It's a very competitive team. And this was that without Amon-Ra St. Brown,
Monster St. Brown and their
DJ
backup.
Chark,
Yeah, DJ Chark as well. So
and
they,
DeAndre Swift.
yep. So, and they're still putting up 45.
So let's go to the next one. I very much appreciate this team defeating this other team. It's the Titans beating the Colts.
For the first time ever, the Titans beat the Colts 4 times in a row. So
Oh, yeah.
very happy. Titans are one of my teams, so they seem to finally be getting that Derrick Henry two good games in a row.
Traylon Burks did get hurt, and he had been
He
looking
did.
pretty decent.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, have y'all mentioned that Matt Ryan still sucks?
We haven't gotten that far.
Okay, he still sucks.
But you can start it since you want to start it.
But Matt Ryan sucks. I've been telling people this for a while. He could put his numbers may look nicer now because most of those came from behind. He's not a
Yeah.
quarterback that will. He's not going to lead them to the promised land. He's trash.
And this one really hurt the Colts in the grand scheme of things because now, after 4 games, they played 3 games in the division and they're 0-2-1, and that's half the games already out the way for the division.
What does Matt Ryan lead the league in?
Fumbles.
Fumbles.
Yep. Had a few more.
It's,
He's played 4 games, 9 fumbles.
it's a testament to his talent or lack thereof right now. And he's second in the league in interception.
But I thought Matt Ryan was going to have less turnovers than Wentz.
You know, isn't that funny? Because I think Wentz also has 5, so but he also has more touchdowns.
Does. And last year, Carson Wentz only threw 7 total interceptions. Matt Ryan's only 2 behind that.
Wentz fumbled it 9 times last year too. And Matt Ryan's already matched that number.
I mean, it's impressive.
I just don't know how people expected the team to get better when they downgrade at quarterback, and that's saying something. Both quarterbacks haven't been great
Yeah,
so
when
far.
both haven't been good. But
If they don't make playoffs, Frank Reich should be fired.
Yeah, Frank Reich is on the hot seat. It's not lava hot like Matt Rule.
and they
But-
play Broncos on Thursday night, which they
They
could
could
win that
beat the
game. But the
Broncos.
Broncos have been pretty disappointing. I think most people probably predicted the Colts to win this game because they beat Kansas City last week. But like we said last week, we felt that game was more Kansas City giving it away than the Colts really beating them.
Yeah.
And we were right.
So we were not surprised by the result of this game.
No, not.
All right, let's go to the most fraudulent 3-1 team I've ever seen.
Who you talking about?
Giants beating the Bears 20-12.
You're talking about Mr. Number
I
1 in
mean-
QBR for the week, Daniel Jones.
And he was only throwing 13 times with
Yeah,
that.
exactly. That's how elite he was.
Yeah.
And
Now,
if you
what-
like
what's-
old school football, this was a game for you.
Jacob Phillip, what's your nickname for Daniel Jones?
Vanilla Vic.
Vanilla Vic,
Vanilla
baby.
Vic.
2 games in a row, he's in lights out running. He got 2 tutties. Vanilla Vic doing this thing out there.
Yeah.
Again, this is a testament between the difference between Joe Judge coaching a team and Brian Daboll coaching a team.
And Saquon doing, coming back.
Saquon.
Yeah.
I mean, we said after week 1 pretty much, but he is back, baby.
It's a contract year. That was the other thing why I wanted him in fantasy, because I'm like, if those are contract years, man's going to be playing out for that, get that nice new deal.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, he's going to get a deal after this year so far.
Uh,
If he holds up.
if you're a Bears fan, here's something to be hopeful about. You threw it 22 times this game.
I know
That's pretty
that's
good.
that's almost 3 games worth of passes
That's
now.
pretty good.
I just don't know about Justin Fields yet because the Bears just refuse to have him throw the ball.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how to evaluate him, but it's clear that they're not believing in
Not
him. So,
confident in him.
yeah, if he has a bad year, like Zach Wilson esque last year, I think they move on.
And then move on.
It's seeming like you might want to move on already. If you're only throwing the ball high,
Yeah,
game. That's me. You want to move on.
If you don't have an established veteran quarterback, I think you should get an offensive guru for your head coaching job. A young quarterback, it's better to get an offensive-minded coach.
Bears are too ingratiated in their culture of, oh, we're the Bears. We went on defense and hard-nosed playing, and it's like, look, it's not the 80s anymore, man. You got to
Yeah.
move past that.
Yeah,
I really wish he got drafted by a different franchise because it's tough to say.
All right, let's go. Let's talk about something more exciting. Super Bowl contender Eagles beating the Jacksonville Jaguars 29-21.
Well, It looks like your head coach finally learned that Miles Sanders can run the ball.
Getting AJ Brown.
Well, yeah, for a
help.
steal. I mean, a steal of a
I
trade.
said it before the year. I said TO like impact. That's how big it's going to be.
I'm still in contender for this. I don't think Jalen Hurts' name's being thrown around enough for MVP.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
definitely MVP candidate.
He
Definitely.
He's
is
an
an MVP, but I don't feel he's being talked about enough.
No, he is. Well,
Aren't
but I mean,
they-
he has been talked about because he has been played, but people aren't putting him at that upper echelon yet. Yeah.
Well, Phil, so what's hurting him is his lack of passing touchdowns. Because everybody likes the sexy stats. and his
It'll
passing
come.
touchdowns aren't
It'll
crazy.
come with Devonta Smith and AJ Brown. It's gonna happen at some point. He's gonna have a breakout.
And Dallas Goddard. I mean, you got three
Yeah.
good pass catchers.
Well, not only
And
has
they-
the offense been amazing, the defense has been
defense.
top 5 in the league. It's been
Max,
unbelievable.
as a Panthers fan, you're welcome for Hassan Reddick.
Yeah, because you're cheap and stingy, won't pay him.
You're welcome.
I also got to thank the Giants for releasing James Bradbury. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
And as soon as they released him, I said that was a bad move. 'Cause I thought he was playing pretty well.
Yeah.
I got to thank the Saints for trading the Eagles' Chauncey Gardner-Johnson for like a 5th-round pick. Thank you.
That was really bad. That's one of the worst trades of the offseason. Trevor Lawrence, did he have a good game? No, but I mean, he's still looking.
Well, like, okay,
way miles
here's the
better
thing:
than
if you're a
last-
Jaguars fan, you turned it over 5 times
5
and you only
times.
lost by 8. So there is
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
optimism.
This was a fairly good game from them, even for playing as poorly as they did with the 5 turnovers. I'm still confident in this team. I think they could potentially. I think they will win the division.
I think Doug Peterson was a great hire by them. Clearly, he seems to be the brains of the operation for the Eagles because Frank Reich ain't getting it done. So
Yeah.
Doug Peterson just seems to be the brains.
If Jacksonville wins the division, he's winning Coach of the Year.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Should.
easy.
Well,
Oh,
did it be that? Well, like, okay, so it really depends on that or how the Eagles do. Like, if the Eagles
Oh
finish
yeah,
like
if
13,
the Eagles
14.
go like 15-2,
Yeah.
I could see.
So
Yeah, then might. But otherwise, I would say the train wreck they were to now what they're looking like a competent team of who actually had them possibly winning that division. Nobody.
yeah, no.
I said, man, for your Eagles, I just need to see them play a top defense first, which they will in the Cowboys. But after that, I think their schedule is very easy.
They do
That
have
was
like one of the easier schedules in the league, but
Yeah.
still, they're still looking
Yeah,
pretty good.
that was another reason I thought they'd win the division because I thought their schedule was easier than the Cowboys because the Cowboys got the first place schedule and Eagles, like, most of their hard games are also at home. So besides the division one, I think their only other, like, kind of hard games at home. So,
I'll take it, baby.
For us, the biggest question is, can they compete with the Bucks and the Packers? You know, the upper echelon, even though the Packers,
At the current versions of Packers and
Current
Bucs,
version Packers, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, let's go to this one. This result in the grand scheme is not going to matter. Jets beating the Steelers 24-20. Most important development is that Mike Tomlin lied to us. He lied to all of us.
yeah.
Kenny Smallham Pickett played.
Oh, even in our preview, we
maybe
said
that
that
was
we
his
said that Mitch
intention.
Well,
Trubisky's play would have to force his hand.
Look, actually, he might have really intended for Pickett to sit the whole year, but Trubisky was so trash.
Yeah,
He's like, I have to. I can't.
it forced
I
his
can't do
hand.
this anymore.
He doesn't want to end up with a losing record because he's never had one. So
Right,
you
yeah.
know.
Kenny Pickett. Look, Max, Kenny Pickett will play so well. 100% of his balls were caught by someone.
That's
Not
Yeah.
necessarily his own team. Not necessarily his own team, but every ball was caught.
That ball did not hit the ground.
Nope.
Yeah, that's talent. I don't know. I don't care what anyone says. Throwing 100% catchable balls, that's talent.
True. Very true. But I'm wondering if Mike Tomlin was just one of those things that he said something and then he just stuck out his guns because he was trying to be right with
Mhm.
keeping Trubisky. Even though after game one you really should have seen this guy's not it. I don't know what he showed you in practice, but I could have told you Trubisky ain't that guy.
I'm not going to get on Zach Wilson too much. He just came back from injury, so I'll give him a few more games to see how he's looking.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't. I don't think he's that good, and he still didn't look good. But I'll give him more time to heal from his
Sure.
injury.
It's not an ideal game to come back on. Steelers defense is still pretty good.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
give
for
him this.
sure.
He does have the athleticism and arm talent to be good, but I just don't know if he has the mentality or quarterback acumen to be good.
The Bills beating the Ravens 23-20.
If you're a Ravens fan, you got to be worried because that's 2 huge blown leads Like, because honestly,
Yeah.
the Ravens should be 4-0,
Yeah.
but they blew
Well, I
two
mean, John
two
Harbaugh
two straight, not two straight, but two 17-plus point
is gone.
leads, and they lose.
I just don't understand John Harbaugh's decision making. He should have
He
gone
should
for
have kicked that
the
field
lead.
goal. He should have kicked that field goal.
Yeah, a lot of
Mhm.
times I advocate going for it, but when you're tied and it's late in the fourth quarter, you kick the ball and trust your defense.
It's like, yeah, you think, like, yeah, they're giving Josh Allen a lot of time, but if he did what he did last game, all he had to do was lead them to a field goal drive.
Like Shannon Sharp said best, if you kick the field goal and all you do is allow a field goal, you go into overtime.
Exactly.
But what they did is pretty much they just gave the Bills the win.
And that's 2 seasons in a row of questionable decisions from Harbaugh, where he's gone for like either 2 points or gone for a fourth down, and it cost him the game.
As great as Lamar's playing, these are the type of moments that may cost him the MVP. Is you gotta get the wins. You gotta get that seals the deal.
For the Bills, good come from behind win.
Especially how ugly they looked in that first half.
Yeah,
Josh
it
Allen
was looking bad.
terrible. He came back. He came back strong.
Oh,
Nice
yeah, yeah.
gutsy win.
Yeah, with the Bills, I mean, it's still looking like if you don't get to the Super Bowl, it's a disappointing season.
Yeah, so once
pretty
that
much,
defense
yeah.
gets healthy,
I think Bills and Chiefs are above the Ravens.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm very skeptical on the Ravens and Chiefs defense.
Usually you're not worried about the Ravens' defense, but now you have to be at the 2 17-point games you blew.
Yeah, they're good until the fourth quarter, apparently.
All right. So this next one pretty much went as expected. Chargers beating the Texans 34-24. Yeah, I mean Texans still are competitive, look better than they have
Yeah,
been.
and
but they
they've
haven't
been
won.
somewhat competitive in like every game, so like
Yeah.
you can be happy about that, I guess. Damian Pierce is looking
Yeah.
good.
Davis Mills, I mean, he looks, I don't even know, he looks better than some of the quarterbacks last year. I mean, if you get a top 5 pick, you should draft a quarterback.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I feel like he doesn't look bad, but these are UC career backup.
He's a spot starter.
Yeah,
Throw it every
he's
now
got
and then.
he could be a solid backup, probably a really high paid backup, like a Jacoby Brissett role right now is where he'll
I
probably end up.
could definitely have like a 10 to 15-year career as a backup.
Not bad place
And
to be.
he's going to take up the Mike Glennon mantle of having a long neck.
Mills is thicker though.
Mills is thicker. His neck is thicker. There's no denying that. Alex, on the Chargers side, Justin Herbert's looking better. He doesn't look as hurt as he did last week.
Hmm.
Yeah, I see people trying to dog him on the end, saying he doesn't get wins or he doesn't have enough wins.
I
Well,
mean,
it's not always the quarterback's
It'll
fault
come.
they
It's
win.
what, his third season or something.
some legends that didn't win consistently in the beginning. Drew Brees.
Hey man, that didn't have the greatest record at first in his career.
No. So give it some time, people. Herbert looks he's top 5 anyway, so they'll be competitive sooner or later. All right, let's go to a game that should not have been this competitive. It is Packers beating the Patriots 27-24.
Max, you were talking
I
about the
don't-
Giants being a fraudulent 3-1 team. I'd throw in the Packers. I would have to throw in the
Wow.
Packers.
I
We'll
mean,
see. They play each other this week.
Oh well, good, excellent.
sure. With the Packers, especially, like, it's not just this game, it's the last game, too. He struggled with a Tampa Bay team that was on its 4th receiver.
Mm-hmm.
You still struggle, like, you were still struggling with that team. I'm kind of skeptical on, like, how far this team's really going.
I love that sound clip of Aaron Rodgers yelling at the lineman to snap the ball. Snap the bleeding ball. You can
I
just
think,
tell
like-
he's getting so frustrated out there, and he's gonna
Oh,
get
yeah.
an aneurysm.
Look, I'm telling you, like if the Texans are struggling, they should call him at, hey, what does it take to get Brandon Cooks?
That call should have been made.
Yeah,
sure,
100%.
Brandon Cooks needs his 1,000 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Put Cooks with Rodgers, and they'll be cooking all right. I know, it just writes itself.
Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, Romeo Deuce are as your top receivers. It's just not scary. Now, of course, you do have 2 solid running backs,
You do.
so that's
But
like
that
that's
all
only keeping you afloat.
Lazard should not be your number 1 receiver. That's all I'm saying. Lazard should not be your number 1.
But yeah, I mean, if you're
Okay.
New England, I mean, you might as well just keep losing and get a high draft pick.
Yeah, the way they have their team set up is never going to work, and let's just go ahead and tank. Maybe who knows what they'll do next year with that, but there's just no point in winning games this year. None.
Not really, because I'm like, I mean, I think the defense, luckily I will say the 4th round picks are looking pretty good. Their new corner, Jones, looks pretty good. Like, the defense is going to be there. The run game's pretty solid with Stevenson, but yeah, it's just, you don't have the offensive weapons that, and Mac Jones has digressed this year, so hopefully he can pick it up. Like I said before, you need a Pro Bowl receiver, or like you need a Pro Bowl receiver for him.
Definitely take one of the top receivers in the draft next year.
Oh
If they
yeah.
wait the following year, they could get Marvin Harrison Jr.
Well, actually, no. I would say trade for one because with the history of taking a top
Bell-
receiver, I don't trust him.
Belichick's history is pretty bad.
So also, I think they get a couple of the people that they signed from last year come off the books this year. This free agent, so hopefully they can make a move in free agency or something. I don't know who else out there, but hopefully they can get something. If they can get I would say even if they could get somebody like Amari Cooper level for Mac Jones, that would help tremendously. I think Calvin Ridley is definitely an option, but I'll talk about that more at the end of the season.
Let's get into the Raiders beating the Broncos 32-23.
You gotta sign
And
panic
no more
alarms.
wins.
If you're a Denver fan, you're signing panic alarms.
I don't
Yeah,
know what's going on
100%.
with the offense.
4 games
Yeah.
in, offense has looked not good, and you just lost Javonte Williams for the year.
Like how in 4 games has your highest point total been 23 when you have Russell Wilson, Jerry Jeudy, you had Javonte Williams, Melvin Gordon, Cortland Sutton. I mean, these are good names, and you're scoring not even 20 points a game.
I'm not saying Russell's also been playing bad, but you gave up so much for Russell. Your offense doesn't look that great, and I mean, I'm sorry, like he's gone. I don't care.
This is supposed to be an offensive coordinator, that helped guide the Packers to great promise in the offense. I'm not seeing it, and his game management might be some of the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah, for sure. But for the Raiders, I mean, I still don't think they're making playoffs. But this was a must-win game. You lose this, there's
There's still no hope for playoffs. Josh Jacobs looked good. I mean, Devontae Adams looked good. So I mean, you got those things to be
Max
happy about.
Crosby still looking good.
Now let's see Raiders play Chiefs and Texans. Since Chiefs, Texans, Saints, so they could.
They could
I
be
mean,
3 and 4 at the end of
so
that.
I mean, yeah. So if you beat the Chiefs and then Texans, Saints, then I can maybe start to believe they could turn around. But I don't know.
That's a big win if you can beat the Chiefs.
And it's at the Chiefs too. So yeah, I definitely don't think they're gonna win that.
Like I said, the Broncos' offense is so bad. You would think it's Baker Mayfield out there throwing the ball.
Russell Wilson statistically had a good game with the quarterback rating, but every time I look at him this year, I'm not impressed. I'm kind of like disappointed. Like he's underwhelming.
You just expect so much more.
He's not playing like Russ.
I mean, this offense is a little weird. I know if it's the same one from Green Bay, I know Aaron Rodgers' first season with it was like, I mean, it wasn't a bad year, but it was an Aaron Rodgers-like year.
I don't advocate firing a coach after 1 year, but this team should be in the hunt for playoffs, and they just don't look good.
But we'll see they pull it together, and we'll give it some more time before we hand him his walking papers. But all right, let's go to Sunday night game. Chiefs beating the Buccaneers 41-31.
Yeah.
Mahomes is on fire. This is also one of those games where I'm like, Buccaneers had 2 big mistakes. The fumble right on the opening play, opening drive, opening kickoff. Buccaneers fumble it. You can't do that versus the Chiefs. Like, they're too good of a team. They'll make you pay. And then there was after the Bucks finally stopped, had a turnover on downs. Then you fumble it again. The Buccaneers fumble it back to the Chiefs again. When you kind of like, I think their offense started clicking, and so it was just kind of like, okay, game's over because that was your shot.
Buccaneers offense finally had a good game, but most of it they were playing catch up.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. This wasn't really a game.
No. Oh yeah, no. But I will say the good thing for the Bucs is your offense was clicking, and that's
Right.
been the fear. Your defense, it's the Chiefs. You're not playing the Chiefs again, or a Chiefs-like team.
They should easily win the next 3 games. So
So the good thing is you got time. You're not playing that Howie Power of offense again.
Let's just move on to the last
Yep.
game of the week. The 49ers beating the Rams. Or just to say, dominating the Rams.
yeah, another team that needs to
24-9.
ring the panic bells like Denver Rams. You need to ring it. Matthew Stafford has not looked good this year.
Really
Finally,
bad.
that's all these years.
The offense is essentially if it's not going to cup, it's a bad play.
Dude, and you I can't remember how much they paid Allen Robinson, but after 4 games, 9 catches, 95 yards, 1 touchdown.
You.
That's
That's-
crazy.
And I think the defense to me hasn't looked as good as I expected them to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to
Yeah.
say Jimmy Garoppolo owns the Rams. What is he,
Yeah,
7-1
dude.
all
I did
time,
not
7-2?
realize that he was 7-1. I guess that loss could only being that playoff loss.
Yeah, apparently Jimmy Garoppolo, when he sees the Rams, he just sees W's.
San
God.
Fran, I mean, you know, you're 2-2. Your defense looks great. They're gonna destroy the Panthers next week, so you're looking at 3-2.
Yeah. But anyways, yes, that 49 defense had 7 sacks the other night.
They're going to eat alive Baker next week. It's gonna be glorious
I
to
can only hope
watch.
so. Now, I would say the touchdown pass to Debo was pure luck. I know Garoppolo did not intend that for that to happen.
No, I mean his stats definitely got boosted by that. I mean it works for them. That's the formula for the 49ers to win games.
Yep, the Rams look like trash. I've been telling people I haven't been a fan of Matt Stafford. Not because he sucked my fantasy team or
You
anything,
can't
but
be dunking on him after they just won the Super Bowl.
I can. And I will gladly take any opportunity to do it.
Get the hate out of your heart.
I'll never stop. He's playing like doo-doo.
All right, that's our Week 4 NFL review. Let us know what you think down below in the comments, and like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Fire Matt Rule.
And we'll see y'all in the next one.